Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Getting Stoked. On this week's episode, we have electronic music producer WOLFZiE. He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of the show. He's been on here before. It's always a great time to have him over. We talk about his brand, Homebody Friends, which is also the name of the track of the Sorry, we'll take that again. The name of the track that I'm about to play is Homebody Friends, and it's off of the EP or full length. I think it's an EP of the release of the same name, Homebody Friends, which is his most recent release. Please enjoy Homebody Friends, off the record, Homebody Friends from WOLFZiE, whose brand is Homebody Friends. WOLFZiE, what's up, man? Welcome back.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to have you back on. Let's just jump right into it. Let's talk some. So by the time this episode comes out, I think it's gonna be 2017 or I'm sorry, 2019.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Right. So let's talk fucking music, man. What have been some of your releases for this year? What's some shit that you've been fucking with?
Honestly, I haven't written anything in about 7 or 8 months.
Right. What you been listening to though?
So what I've been listening to lately, I'm glad you asked me this question because I just got Spotify.
Oh my
like
god!
Last week I just got it.
Wow.
There was like this little promo for like $1. You get like 3 months.
3 months
of
for 99
Spotify.
cents. Yeah.
And I was like meaning to get Spotify in the first place, but I was like, all right, let me just start this off with $1.
Totally.
And so I've been listening to The Internet lately. I went to their show at the Van Buren last month.
That record's awesome.
Yeah. Hive Mind is really, really good.
Hive Mind, yeah.
Always Mild High Club. That's, my favorite band. So I'm always going to listen to them,
Okay.
whether it's like a new release or not.
Right.
Tech.loon. He's
I don't know
this,
him.
he's a beat maker that's with HW&W.
Okay, got it.
It's like the same group with like K Tronada and like another, a couple other cats that are pretty big. But yeah, let's see. Some indie rock.
Okay.
So like Home Shake has been really cool. Yellow Days.
Okay.
But yeah, just like I haven't really written anything. I've just been kind of just enjoying it lately.
Enjoying stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I think so the Grammy nominations in our time were just released. I mean, but I'm sure so everyone knows about them now. But there's some really odd choices I feel like this year. But yeah, I don't know. I was looking at these like. Some of them were obvious, but some of them, like, obviously, This Is America is going to be on there.
Yeah.
Of course.
That one came out like a damn bombshell.
Dude,
like,
I know.
It was just like out of nowhere.
Right.
No promotion. Just, it's out.
Yeah.
Now. Like, it was really cool.
That was amazing. But there's other shit on here, like Zed is on here, and, like, Post Malone's on here.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, right? Yeah, the Lady Gaga with Bradley Cooper is on here.
Man,
Drake. I did not like the Drake record.
You didn't like it?
No.
Which one did he put up? Was it Scorpion?
Scorpion.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really give Scorpion a chance because like it's Drake, and I really didn't think I need to, go that deep into his to his records like that. Because I mean, I've heard enough of Drake, and not to hate on him or nothing like that. But it's like I've heard it. So
totally.
Thank you.
Drake,
right.
Thanks. Yeah, I know. I mean, and then there's obviously They're giving there's an Album of the Year nomination to the Black Panther soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah. Which
wow, there's a lot of people. I think Kendrick's
all over
it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
So that makes sense.
I also saw Black Panther, and let's see, that came out this year?
Mm-hmm.
So I went and saw it in February for my birthday in Colorado.
Nice.
And that's when I first heard all of the influences that are on that actual movie record. And I was like, damn, listening to it without seeing it in the movie was way better. I was in a completely different mindset. It was a really good experience.
That's sick, man. Yeah. Do you give the Grammys any kind of respect or interest whatsoever? I don't really at all anymore.
I mean, respect, sure, because it takes quite a bit to get to where they're at. But at the same time, I don't follow the Grammys.
Right.
I can't tell you who won what a year ago in the Grammys. So
totally.
It's I'm not that faithful to it. But it's okay, cool. If you're nominated for something, then people are listening, and
I feel like they just go for the obvious shit or the really easy, unoffendable kind or unoffensive kind of obvious choices.
Yeah, it's just if it's too vulgar, I feel like they won't give it a winning chance.
Right. Or even just boundary pushing or anything like that. They kind of play it safe.
Yeah.
The people who they know are going to sell and that everybody enjoys. But
true.
I think this year This Is America is going to sweep the Grammys because This Is America is nominated for 4 or 5 different Grammys.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's going to fucking clean house.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. They just got announced I think a couple days ago and I checked them out today. And yeah, whatever. Camila Cabello. Who gives a fuck about Camila Cabello for real?
I don't even know who that is.
Right, exactly. She's the chick who did that Havana song with with the 21 Savage. I think was on that song too.
I don't even listen to the radio.
Good for you, man. I don't really either.
Before Spotify, I was listening to the same 45 songs daily
on your iPod or what?
Just on my phone, it would just connect to the Bluetooth, and it's all right. Well, I know what's gonna happen next. So.
Man, I can't believe your world is opened up now.
Yeah. So very much so. I went from not writing any music at all to doing DJ shows to writing my first piece of music and putting it out.
You put out 2 this year.
This year I just put out the EP. So
Nah,
I
bro,
went
you got
from
2 out this year, don't you?
I do.
I think so.
I think I did a well. Let's see. I
Don't
didn't
you have like an
release
album
it.
and an EP this year that's on Spotify?
No, just well. Oh, I see what you're saying. So there are 2 EPs on
Yeah,
Spotify.
Homebody Friends and
WOLFZiE.
Memory Department.
So the Memory Department was actually released in 2016.
Oh shit!
Yeah. What happened was I had to switch distributors, so I took it off of TuneCore and put it onto a different platform. So I had to re-release it.
Got it. Okay.
So everything's on there.
I thought you were fucking busy for a second.
No, I mean I have been. It's like Homebody Friends was the last EP that I put out, and that's since turned into a clothing line, like a brand that I'm turning it into. So that's really just been consuming like most of my time that I would be writing music. So
yeah, I remember we talked about it last time. I thought that like. I think I thought that you came up with the album first and then made it a clothing line, but you were like, I always wanted to do the make it a clothing line or some shit like that. You got a little collective, little group for it now?
Yeah, definitely. It's it started out with like a Facebook group, and it was just all like self-sustaining, meaning that I made the space for people, and I'm like, hey, if you're a homebody, if you resonate with this message, then you can come hang out with us. And it's been growing since then, and it's like now that I have this platform of the website being homebodyfriends.com, now I can sell the merch and I have t-shirts, hoodies,
there you go.
all the accessories. So that's been an experience in itself, because it's like it's obviously much different than the music writing process, but I treat it the same way. So doing these podcasts, doing these releases, doing these interviews, coming to see good people like yourself to talk about the brand and really spread the word about it locally first.
That's what you got to do.
And before you get it out to the masses.
Yeah, you have to build your foundation locally first.
Yeah, most definitely.
Which is what I'm trying to do too. Like I'm trying to build a podcast network, and I want them to all be like mainly be Phoenix people, knowing full well that I don't want to always be like a Phoenix guy. Like I want I want Getting Stoked to expand, but I want to support the scene and have support from the scene first and kind of dig my roots in really well here.
Most definitely. Anytime I see anybody talking about a podcast, I always tag Getting Stoked.
Oh, I've noticed that, man. Thank you.
It's great coming back here for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Like I've been Homebody Friends it's awesome. I don't think I'm trying to build a list right now of electronic music of like the best local electronic albums of the year. And I'm trying to, but I'm having a hard time I feel like it's going to be like 3 people. Like I know there's a bunch out there, but it's just like it would just basically just be me being like, hey guys, that WOLFZiE album's really cool.
Word. And honestly, that's all it takes. You know what I mean? Like if you're like just like keep it short, then it's like, okay, well, I want to see for myself. If you give like a whole spiel about why you like it, and then you're just like, all right, well, my attention span's run out. So.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm really excited. Like I've been really obsessive over lists recently, and like compiling everything.
You've been busy too. Like I see you do album reviews quite a bit now.
Yeah, that's a really fun thing that I just started doing. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing them. The idea with the album reviews is every week I'm putting out a few different reviews of this year's biggest local albums.
Okay.
But I'm giving an honest perspective on them, because that's the biggest issue with local reviews, is that it's just everyone's just jerking each other off, and there's no honesty. And I don't want to be a troll either. Like I make sure that
you got to keep it real.
Right. Yeah. Like I put out one that was a really, really loved album, and I gave it a 6. And people were like, ooh, what's happening? And then I was like, okay, but I wanted to prove to everybody that I'm not trolling, because every once in a while, every few years, some guy will come up and just like tear apart local albums, and then he just gets pushed away because everyone knows he's just being a bitter asshole. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to put out 2, like one was an 8 and one was a 9. So I was like, look, here, I'm being positive. But the one I put out today was a 3. Because I want people to see that, because it's important, man.
Definitely.
Like, it doesn't feel good. I know from being in a band, when you get a bunch of reviews locally on an album and every single one is positive, it just gets boring, because you know that they're not actually giving the full scope of their opinion.
You can't really progress or grow with a bunch of people in your corner.
Yeah,
who are gonna like everything that you do and not give any type of constructive feedback. Yeah, and you're just gonna be stuck being the same artist for years.
Yeah, that's why I love being in my relationship, because my girlfriend just hates me. Hates everything that I do. No, but for real, like it's important to be around people who they're gonna help like pick you up, but it's
Right.
going to be more of a boost than it is just like them lifting you up. Like they're going to help you get yourself where you need to be.
And there's a difference too. You can kind of tell when people
Yeah.
are being like just, genuine and sincere about their compliments or about their feedback versus just someone who's just like, hey, it was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I listened to it and it's like, all right, well, what was your favorite song? Not that you
Right.
have to like pull that card.
Right.
But sometimes I'm like, all right, well, did you really listen to it?
It's the same way with It's the same way with bands who like after every show, hey man, good show. Everyone's
Right.
like, good show.
Yeah.
It's like a good game thing. It's just, and I know that you weren't there, and you know that I wasn't there. But but the thing is, I'll do it too. I'll be like, hey man, good show, and because I've done it where I haven't even been in the venue, I know every single time anyone says good show to me, I'm like, you didn't fucking do good, because I'm one of you. You can't do that to me. You can only do that to people who aren't in bands, because you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Like
it's a universal like sign. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's like, hey, good set, or it's like 6 set. It's like if people, you'll get the people that are actually there,
right,
and then they'll come up to you and say, hey, good set,
Uh-huh.
but they'll be like outside during your whole thing, So you get those. I accept all any and all feedback. It's like the fact that people were listening or thought of me, and it's like, all right, cool. You didn't listen, but
Right.
you know me, and you'll probably listen to it later, and then I can get your honest feedback.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully,
Right.
that's what you can hope for, man. You need people just kind of giving honest feedback, and so yeah, the reviews are cool. Maybe I'll keep doing them. Into
definitely should.
into next year. People are liking them.
100%,
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe I'll just keep those reviews local. I don't know. That's the thing is I don't want to get pigeonholed into. It's so easy to
Right.
just become a Phoenix anything. It's easy to
Phoenix
stay
is
a Phoenix
so
band.
big.
Yeah.
Like Phoenix has gotten to, well, it's not gotten to the point. It's been the way,
Right.
Since Phoenix is Phoenix. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's large enough to feel, big and famous in your own city.
In your own city, right?
So I'll notice people get comfortable with being in Phoenix, and I'm like, okay, well, let me not do that because I want to expand.
It's so easy. It's like you can just kind of Jimmy Buffett yourself out and just be like, I'm just gonna stay here forever. I got everything I need, man. I don't need to be successful.
Yeah,
like
I never understood that. I never understood
Yeah.
as being like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like comfortable
Right.
or like complacent.
Complacent's a good one. Or I know what you're talking about.
I'm like
for sure.
horrible with words too. It's
I
like
got you.
I don't really leave the house much. So when I do, it's like, all right, well, I have to figure out how to be social, and
Right.
finding the words is like always like my biggest struggle.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I completely understand, and it's so easy to do that in Phoenix and still kind of feel comfortable. But yeah, that's definitely always been a goal of mine. Is to get out, and that which works perfectly for you with your clothing line.
It's definitely the goal to expand on the brand because it started here in Phoenix, and I like that it started in Phoenix, and I like the community that's behind it, but I really, really want it to grow because I already know and have studied that being a homebody resonates with a whole lot of people, like a lot more people than we think. But it's just that being a homebody has like such a connotation that you're lazy or you don't want to do anything. And it's like, no, this is just for the people who like staying at home.
Right.
So it's like, if I can spread that to, a larger audience, then, it's, becomes that much more self-sustaining. And, as we grow, we kind of just get to another point to where we can actually experiment with a lot more with the clothing and, the accessories.
Where do you think how is anyone successfully a homebody, but also like an ambitious, driven person?
So it's a mindset. You can be like a well-traveled person and still be like a homebody and resonate with that, because it's like, it's a mindset, I feel like, because you can be at work, for example, but comfortable. You know what I mean? Like comfort is key when you're a homebody to start. So if you're comfortable and you feel like you're at home and you have that mindset, then you most likely resonate with the brand.
Right.
From what I've understood and from what I've studied and from what I've seen. So it's like, if you're not really like directly a stay-at-home homebody, but you like resonate with the mindset
Right, yeah,
of it,
course.
then hey, it's for you.
Yeah, you have to, like, that's how I feel. Like, I hate being away from home for too long, and I definitely feel comfortable when I'm, like, there used to be days where I'm outside and I'm anxious, or I'm at work and I'm anxious, and I feel like I'm going to be anxious all day because I'm freaking out about something, and then the second I walk inside, I'm just like, oh,
Safe haven.
I'm still a little bit anxious, but I feel comfortable now. And
yeah, definitely.
But it's also important, like, you have to push yourself out of that comfort zone every once in a while, and
right.
Like the thing that I've always said is that good things come from comfort, nice things come from comfort, but I feel like nothing great has ever come from comfort. You have to, in order to achieve something great, you have to push yourself out of that comfort zone. But it's so fucking important to have it.
Right.
It's so important to have it and to let it be part of your personality.
Definitely. Like, you allow that to grow. Like, the more you get outside of your comfort zone, that zone that you weren't comfortable with before, it becomes your comfort zone.
Right, exactly.
So, it's promoting, the human, the body, and, the awareness of, being comfortable in much more situations than at home.
Yeah, totally.
So that's like the underlying, message there. But hey, let's start with face value. So this became a thing. Let's see, this is like maybe 2 years.
Because I don't think we
ago.
talked kind of about it last time, but not too much about like just your passion for the idea.
Right. Yeah. Last time it was very like fresh, and I was still in the process of writing that project.
Yeah.
And, so I was all like, all for the music side of it.
Yeah.
So it even started, so let's see, it started like about a year ago, officially about a year ago. And I was on my way to a birthday party, I think it was. And the whole time I'm driving there, I'm like, I just want to go home. It's like 8:30 at this point. And I'm like, I know it's, not late, but I still want to just go home. Like, usually people just like, if it's too late, they just won't even leave. But I was like, all right, it's 8:30. I have no reason to stay home. So as I'm going, I'm thinking about just going home. As soon as I get there, I'm like, I just want to go home. Did my 30 minutes, and then I left. And the whole time I'm going home, I said to myself, I wish I had more friends who are homebodies.
Right. Okay, yeah, I think I remember
friends.
that story.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and then you just kind of, the more you thought about it, the more you've created a philosophy.
Yeah, definitely.
You're a guru now. You're a couch guru.
I've tried to be. It's a lot of work to kind of promote and start a brand, like a clothing brand. And I think the first step to the Homebody Friends brand is like resonating it and wearing the brand and being the brand first. It'll start with me. So every day I'll talk about it. If I don't have a hoodie or a shirt on about it, then, there's some sort of, message or something that I can give or relate to people about the brand.
Right.
And, so far it's been getting like a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, it's better for you than Supreme, which means fuck all.
It's much more
nothing.
It's much more what I'm gonna say. It's not supportive, but affordable.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
Supreme.
of course, affordable.
But
the Supreme thing, I was like, when that first came out, I thought it was the dumb. Like, I didn't even know what it was. All of a sudden, it was just there.
Yeah, I just saw Tyler, the creator, wearing it, and then it just kind of became cool to me from that point. Because Tyler was cool. I still think he's really cool.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Even though I don't even think he wears Supreme anymore.
Probably not. That Grinch thing. Did you hear that Grinch thing he dropped this year?
That was really, really cool. Yeah, I did see that. And then actually Earl Sweatshirt put out an album this month, I think.
Right. I wasn't about it. It wasn't for me.
No?
No, it wasn't for me. Too, I don't know. Something about Earl I just never got.
Yeah.
That's one of those records that came out this year where I'm like, I understand that everybody else is going to be into this, but this is just not my pocket. This is
that's perfectly fine.
For some reason, I know he's a great lyricist, but the album just bored me. The beats didn't make me excited. His vocals didn't do anything for me.
I see. So, yeah, and that's feedback. You know, that's your honest feedback right there. You know what I mean? So,
but I know that it's not. I know that it's one of those things. Like if I was more into his style of music, or if I was more into Odd Future and stuff like that, I see that it's good. Like the same thing with like seafood.
Right.
Like, I understand that it's good. It just doesn't taste good to me.
Right, exactly. Presentation and the preparation is good, but yeah. And I totally get it. It's like Earl resonates with me because his style and his beats all just kind of like, I don't know, it just made sense to me. And he's I would like to consider him my favorite rapper.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
I follow his discography very closely. So I've listened to all of it, and that I see what you're saying. It has changed quite a bit since he started, but I'm an Earl fan before I was a fan of like the actual later music. So
I finally got 2 rap vinyls. I've only had in my whole life I think I've only had 4 rap vinyls. I had Childish Gambino Camp.
Okay.
Which I just overplayed the shit out of when I got, but this is years and years ago. Yeah. And then I had Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers, which just sounds better on vinyl. I'm sorry, it just does. It's such a warm,
unapologetically.
Yeah, it's just such a warm, like analog sounding record. It just sounds perfect on vinyl. So like lo-fi. But just recently I bought 2. I bought fucking because you said favorite rapper. My favorite rapper is Danny Brown.
Okay.
And I just bought Atrocity Exhibition, which is one of my favorite rap albums of all time. That thing is so fucking horrifying and disturbing and insane, and oh god, it's just nuts. And then I got my rap album of the year, which is it's a bit of a, with all of the rap that came out this year, it's an odd choice, but my number 1 rap album is Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD. I've not heard it.
It's good. I fucking love it.
Is it like real catchy or like real, like,
it's real catchy, dude. Like
it's got to be like it's like a formula almost.
It is. And I just feel like of all the emo, because I'm into the emo trap shit. Like Trippie Redd was on my list too. I like some of Trippie Redd stuff. And again, I understand that that's not necessarily good. Like it, but I thought it was great. That Juice WRLD album was really catchy. Really, every single song. Jumps out at me, and I remember everyone, and the vibe is great, and
I mean it's also the beholder, really. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. If you like it and somebody else doesn't like it, then whatever.
I'm trying to think of like what I would think of that's my favorite rap album of the year, but I'm trying to think of which is why whenever I'm putting out these lists, I make sure to say favorite albums of the year, not best, because I feel like the best rap album of the year was maybe like. That No Name record was really fucking good. The jazz rap album.
Yeah.
I'm sure like Kids See Ghosts would probably be up there. I wasn't into it, but
see, that's the thing. You just proved not prove, but like answer my next like statement, because then you like kind of open the door to like, Chris, well, it's not better than this. It's not better than that. It's not better than No Name.
Right.
It's not better than, whatever.
It's just my favorite.
Yeah. So I like that. You put it as your favorite because personally, that allows you to speak freely on your taste, and then that allows people to relate to you as well.
Because I see maybe that'd be kind of fun. Maybe I should every year from now on do a list of my favorite, and then what I think of as the best. Like what is the most technical ability? What has what's most polished and perfect, or not polished, but like what's the most perfect for what it is? Because there's plenty of flaws in that Juice WRLD record. It's very one note. Like every song has a very similar thing. It's not. It doesn't like they don't stand out from each other, but that's like really hard with shit. I feel like that is it JID JID. His new album was fucking great too.
I don't know who that is.
He's kind of a Kendrick clone.
Okay,
but he pulls it off really well. He just does that same kind of like whiny thing that Kendrick did on To Pimp a Butterfly. He didn't really do it on Damn, but he did it a lot.
Kendrick went in on Damn. I was like, shit, all of these are platinum? It makes sense.
Dude, yeah, that record was fucking crazy. I got into Kendrick one day. I had never listened to him before, and the day that I tried him, I listened to all. At that time, Damn wasn't out, so I listened to all 3 of his records back to back to back in one day without a break.
And you were just like,
I was hooked. Yeah, hooked, because I started with. I think I heard a couple tracks of To Pimp a Butterfly, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking sick." So I started with Section 80 or whatever, and I just went up and
absolutely
back to back to back, and I was like, "Fuck, this is so good."
Yeah.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy that someone so brilliant and so talented is at the top.
Most definitely.
It doesn't happen very often.
And he's very speaking of which, he's very humble about it too.
Right, he is.
And you don't really see him all in the media getting into trouble. He's just about his work and he's about his craft.
He's an artist,
making his money, doing his thing. So I feel like he's a great example for.
That's how James Franco is too. Like James Franco, the actor.
Yeah,
he's just an art guy. Like he's just like an artsy dude. He just does like his thing and he does his movies and he's a real dork for like art and he's a real like intellectual art dude. And if you don't see him in the press, you don't see him talking to people or doing shit. He's never getting in trouble.
Exactly.
He's just an artist.
I met his brother a handful of years ago.
James Franco?
Dave Franco.
Oh, I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dave Franco. He's actually let's see. This is at the Warm Bodies movie premiere at Arizona Mills. And he came with the director, and we all watched the movie, and then afterward, had like a little Q&A, and I got to meet him, and I didn't realize like how much taller I was than him, and I was like, okay, so in the movies, you look like this, but in person, he's actually really tiny. But it's not like that's like my only takeaway from Dave Franco. Like everything else, he's like a really cool guy. He's definitely a bro, like the college kid kind of vibe, but really, really cool kid.
Dude, you know who else is like that is what's his fucking name? The guy from Walking Dead. He plays the Punisher.
I'm looking right at him. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't remember his name. Jon Bernthal. He's one of those guys too, where like you see him in the movies and he's like this. He's a badass dude or whatever. And then you see his Instagram stuff, and it's always like him in like baggy clothes and a sideways hat with 6 black guys behind him, and he's just like repping the streets with my like it's fucking terrible.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
He's just like one of those. I think he's from like New York or something like that. He's just got that kind of hard streets vibe to him.
I read something about him because he was the Punisher like a television series as well.
It was a comic book.
It was a comic book.
Yeah.
So was he? He did like some live action.
He did. He's the Punisher in Netflix in the Netflix series
It's a series, right?
Yeah, Netflix series.
So okay, if I'm not mistaken, I read something. It was a little blip somewhere, and it was about how he gets into character for that series, and what he does is he actually walks down like one of the most famous bridges in New York. I forget what bridge it is, but he walks down that bridge, and then by the time like he comes back, like he's already like mad and like in a darker mood. Not like mad, but he's like in a darker mood, and he's like, all right, let's fucking do this.
That's
like,
fucking sick. Well, that show, I haven't seen it, but I heard it's really heavy. I heard it's like he's got like PTSD. Like they really made the Punisher a very flawed and human character.
As they should have.
Yeah, it should have been. Like he got his whole family killed in front of him. He's a fucking Vietnam vet. Like he should be all fucked up and PTSD.
Nobody said it would be easy.
Right. So like, I like that they, from what I hear, that show is just really dramatic and gritty, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy Netflix is just killing it. Yeah. Although, do you watch South Park?
I have not seen a single episode of South Park.
Oh my god! There's this amazing thing in South Park where they just call Netflix to do a show or something like that, and with the kids in South Park.
Yeah.
One of the kids, and then when they call Netflix, the way they answer the phone is, "Thank you for calling Netflix. You're greenlit." And it's just
oh my gosh, I need to check that out.
It's so fucking funny, dude. Like South Park, these last couple seasons have just been killing it. Like they're doing this whole series right now. The season they're doing right now, it's all making fun of like the PC culture and like the PC leftist culture, and it's fucking hilarious. And they've got all this like it's just fucking funny, man. They went like so hard on these last couple. And they did one with school shootings on this one.
Shit, yeah.
Where everyone's school keeps getting it opens up with them sitting in class, and the school is getting shot up, and the SWAT team and everything are coming in the classroom, and they're just continuing with the lesson and like not even phased that it's happening.
Oh yeah, this is normal.
That's the whole thing. And like one character is really really pissed off about it, and everyone's like, I don't like they think that she's like going through menopause because she's so dramatic about this, and everyone's just like, yes, okay, we get it. Another school's been shot. I don't understand why you're so angry.
Right. Yeah, like all of my friends watch South Park too. I'm just like, I just never got into it. I don't know why.
I consider South Park to be the greatest piece of satire in the 21st century. Like, I don't know. It's just doubtless. Like, I'm really into satire, and I feel like I don't feel like people who don't watch it give it the credit. It's very easy to write it off as what it was originally, which is kind of like a vulgar dick and fart joke kind of show, but it grew to be this monolith of satire. Like,
and I think that's why I think that's what turned it off for me in the first place was because of
it was
the humor.
very
I was
shallow.
Just like, you know, but
they
you know,
grew.
if they did grow and
big time. Those first 2 seasons are really hard for me to watch. Like they have a little bit of social commentary in the first couple seasons, but they really hit their stride kind of as they went along, and they got very, very socio-political and very commentary and stuff. And what are you watching right now? You watching anything?
I just finished a Netflix series. It's called Designated Survivor. So I'm pretty sure it's a Netflix original, but if it's not, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's premised around, and so in the event if the president dies, the vice president dies, and most of Congress dies, then the next surviving, I think it's secretary, would be the president. So the show starts off by, you know, Capitol Hill blowing up and everybody, like a thousand people inside die. And now President Kirkman is now the president of the United States. So it's like, you know, following his like journey of like fixing the mess of America, and much more happens than just the Capitol bombing.
That
like,
sounds
so
insane.
much goes into it. It's like a really cool. And I've never thought I would like a political drama, but this one is really good.
I heard House of Cards is amazing too. I've never seen it though.
I've watched. Well, I think I'm gonna get into that next because I started watching House of Cards, but then like something else came out around the same time where I started watching House of Cards, and like that ended up, you know, taking up all of the time. So, and I just never got back to it. But now that I like Designated Survivor, I'm pretty sure I'll like House of Cards too, because it's like along the same lines of a political drama.
So, have you always been interested in political dramas and stuff like that? No, not at all. Never.
Yeah, I was just like, you know, I just literally gave it a shot, just like you did with Kendrick. I just gave it a shot in the dark, and I just finished it, you know, in 2 weeks? You know, stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
man, that's awesome. I haven't really. I've just been doing a lot of South Park, and I don't watch enough. I don't really watch much TV. BoJack, I fucking love BoJack Horseman so
BoJack's
much.
good. What do you think about the season finale of the last? Well, should we even talk about that?
I don't even know if I've seen it, to be honest with you. Maybe I did. No, this last season I was kind of in and out of. I've been so bad about watching TV lately, so I'm really in and out of it. So I don't really know, but I know it's brilliant. I'm sure it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but yeah, it's definitely like you know, a darker.
Yeah, it always gets darker.
But I will say this: BoJack, undeniably so, is BoJack, and you kind of see him, you know, go through the process of like kind of like helping himself and like dealing with like all of the shit that he went through for his whole life, and you know, I don't know. The ending kind of like fucked me up a little bit because it's like it wasn't necessarily like a cliffhanger, but it was kind of like, well, what's gonna happen next? Like they just left it like, well, this is it. So
they do that with shit. They did that when they like when I think it was like season 2 when he's just watching all of the wild horses running and he's just like standing there. Like, oh man, it's fucking that show is so brilliant and so dark and it's so absolutely genius.
I had to watch the episodes a couple times because they talk really fast.
Yeah, you miss some shit.
I do, and like when I went back to watch it, I'm like, oh shit, like you know, start putting shit together.
I always catch more. I always catch more on my second go around with BoJack.
Definitely.
That's how it is with any great show or any great piece of art. I feel like it should have a lot of replay value.
Yeah, definitely, and like you should be able to like play it backwards and find some shit too. You know, like I've done that with music where, you know, I think it's, what was it? Did Damn have like a show, or not a show, but a song that you could play backwards?
Yeah, I think that the whole album could be played in like a different order or something. There was some weird shit.
Yeah, something, and I like that. You know, it's kind of like an Easter egg almost. If they don't tell you about it.
Yeah, I think
just find out about it.
I think the idea was that the album worked backwards and forwards. Like you could play it from the last song to the first song, or the first song to the last song, or some shit like that.
That's crazy.
So as far as like, what is WOLFZiE doing right now?
So I'm in the process of. So I'm actually contributing to a compilation album for Brunch Collect.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna do a Christmas themed album this year, and so we're all just kind of like just getting, you know, collaborations and people who wants to, you know, work with Brunch Collect. So I started writing the beat for that, and I'm gonna like remix or sample "Joy to the World."
Okay.
I haven't done anything like this before, so it's been quite the experience.
Right.
And you know, And then next year, going into next year, 2019, I do plan on writing another album with the Gabriel Elijah movement.
Okay.
So
What is that?
So that's the live band that I work with.
Oh yeah, you made a mention to this. That's right.
Yeah, so they're this really, really, really cool local jazz band that I like to hang out with and collaborate with and play with. So, now before we were just doing live sets together and they would just kind of play along with the beats that I would play live. Now we're actually going to work together and like build something and, really go.
Do you have any shows with them coming up anytime soon?
No, I don't have any shows for quite a while.
I want to see that.
But yeah, as soon as that project's all wrapped up, surely we'll have more opportunities there.
Yeah, God, that sounds amazing. I haven't been to any jazz shows in Phoenix ever. Period.
Really?
Yes.
I don't
know where they are.
Recommend it.
I don't know where to who to even follow. I just know Phoenix Afrobeat, but that doesn't really count.
It counts enough, but really, it's the venues that you want to follow instead of like the artists.
I know there's one. There's the Nash, right?
Yeah, the Nash is really good. Lost Leaf is also really good.
Oh, does Lost Leaf do a lot of jazz stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've actually stumbled upon some jazz at Lost Leaf when it wasn't like announced. I think it was like one of those nights where it's like nothing was booked.
Right.
So you just show up and there was jazz, and I was like, all right, well, I'm here till whenever it closes now. So, but yeah, like the whole jazz thing, like I don't really know either, like outside of like downtown Phoenix of like the Nash and like the Lost Leaf, but I do know that I like jazz and I plan on making a whole lot of it. And, I play pretty much anywhere that I can in Phoenix as well. So I feel like an electronic artist playing jazz music is really going to like, be, I don't know. It's like kind of like a shot in the dark again. Like I don't know what I'm really expecting with this. I just know that I like it, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Just show up and make lo-fi beats to chill and study to.
Right.
That's my favorite shit, dude.
Yes.
I go to sleep to that almost every night.
It's really cool. I think it's like kind of like white noise to most people because they study and like fall asleep to it, but it's like really catchy and like head noddy beats. So. I've seen shows like that where like guys will just play like just straight up lo-fi.
How do you make that? What are they doing? It's all the same shit. Like what are they doing to make those specific beats?
I don't know. It depends on who you ask.
Is it all right? Because it always seems to have a very, very similar sound, and I'm always wondering what that is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know half the shit that I hear. I don't really know how to like articulate music all that well because I don't know how to read music.
Right, me either.
So like when I listen to it, I just like kind of like do my best to interpret what they're doing, and I've like mimicked a lot of the sounds that people use to make, but I can't tell you how it's done, and I can't tell you like what they use or so. Even more so, like even in Ableton, like I've had people come to me and say, how did you do this? Or how can I make this kind of sound? And I would be able to replicate that on Ableton, but like not explain it. Like I've like, gotten like the muscle memory down to it. So
yeah, man. Like I don't really listen to much new jazz, and I feel like I should. The only jazz artist who's been releasing music that I've been really fucking with is Kamasi Washington, but that's a given. Like,
brilliant. Yes.
I mean, who isn't getting with Kamasi Washington right now? But there was this really, really weird jazz record that came out this year. Really wild. Man, get that fucking fanny pack. Is that what you got going on there?
Yo, this is so this fanny pack, I've moved like 3 times in the last 6 months.
Okay.
And this fanny pack, it says if you're listening, it has a patch on the top of it, and it says building evacuation team.
Okay.
So inside of this fanny pack that I found just randomly in my my belongings when I'm moving, there was a whistle. There was a neon wristband so that we could put it on your arm and signal people that you're a part of the, the building evacuation team. What the fuck? There was a notepad. There was a pen. There was a first aid kit. So it was like legit. And I was like, so maybe I just came up on this or somebody actually needs this.
That's fucking awesome, man.
But yeah, now I just wear it because it's like, it's a fanny pack and it comes in really conveniently.
That's a sick little Homebody Friend. Oh, the Homebody Friends with the Friends logo. That's fucking awesome.
Wearing the hoodie, yes. I actually had to pull this hoodie back because of the Friends inspired logo. It's actually not the Friends logo. I switched up the font a little bit, and then I like switched up the color scheme. But I was like, I really don't want to go through like a cease and desist. I didn't really go. Plus, I like feel like I can make something like more original and like better than what I'm putting out now. So, eventually, but like in addition to this shirt design, I'll have like maybe like 4 to 8 more to put out in like a drop.
Got it.
Yeah.
So the 2 jazz records that came out this year that I really like are this band Sunwaves, Sun Waves, and then Micaiah McCraven.
Sunwaves.
Yeah, Micaiah McCraven also put out an amazing record this year called Universal Beings. It was a little on the long side, but you can just kind of put it on and read some shit or whatever.
Yeah, send some of that to me because I can never get enough jazz.
Yeah, and this is some like real interesting like. Play some of this shit.
Oh, is this him?
Yeah, this is Sunwaves, yeah. It's like super out there.
Yeah. I'm ready though.
Fucking wild.
I'm ready.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
I'll send that your way.
Definitely, thank you.
So what are some of your favorite records from this year?
From this year, man.
We talked about it a little bit at the top, but
Yeah.
like what's some stuff that like really this year you're taking home with you, you're really blown away by, other than the Earl record?
Let's see. The Earl record was kind of like a given to me because he hadn't put anything out in years. So I was kind of like, just more thankful that he put something out.
Right? Didn't he just like drop it out of nowhere, or did he tease that out at all?
He put out a single. I think he put out 2
single?
singles,
Okay.
and then like a week later it dropped. But earlier this year he was on tour and he had to cancel it because his dad died.
Oh,
and he went through a lot of depression and a lot of anxiety. So we didn't hear much from Earl. And when he put out the album, I was like, all right, cool. I didn't think I was gonna see anything from him for a while, but like this year, like Take Home, I really can't put my finger on it because like it's been so consistent,
there's been some great shit this year.
I really like, that's why I'm like really stoked on Spotify because now like
right now.
I see. But yeah, like I'm just like spending this time discovering new music. That's why I like to follow the podcast, listen to the reviews and like do everything that not do everything, but like listen to what you're putting out because like I don't really I'm not up on the
I'm up on it.
Like
I'm hip this year. I am such a hip guy this year. I know all of the stuff.
It's like I live
all
under
of the releases.
It's like I live under a rock, but it's my rock. So like I don't know. I don't really get out much, and it's like whatever I do, like I spend a lot of my time like studying and doing like marketing research.
Ooh,
so
get some Gary V videos.
It's I wish. I wish I do plan on like after like these like a series like a rounds of testing and everything like that, so I can see what works. I can actually like share some of this knowledge that I'm obtaining, and it's like a whole wealth of knowledge out there online. So and this like with Homebody Friends, like one of the easiest ways to make money is on Shopify and on e-commerce. So that's really been consuming me
amazing.
For like months.
You don't even have to you don't have to spend all that overhead anymore.
Right.
Oh, that's
on
amazing.
Inventory.
It's amazing.
It's all print on demand. So like when someone buys it, that's when it gets made, and then days later it gets shipped out. So that's been like my biggest asset too.
I abused the shit out of mine. Mine's hilarious. I don't know if you've seen mine, but it's fucking stupid. Mine is. I was just at work.
Oh, you have a Shopify store?
I have a shit. I have a I don't know if it's Shopify. I think it's the other one. Store Envy.
Okay, so like just like another like e-commerce
Yeah.
platform.
I think it's Store Envy, but I think it's like through Shop. Whatever. It's one of those fucking things. I'm really bad about this, guys, but I'm pretty sure it's Getting Stoked. .storeenvy.com, but I could be wrong. It might be Store Envy. Oh no, here it goes. Yeah, Getting Stoked.storeenvy.com. I got baby stuff. I got backpack. This is my favorite one though. Check this out. These are some. I made some tights.
I love that photo of you, by the way.
Thanks, man. With my dog. Yeah, I got some tights that say Getting Stoked on the side.
Oh,
or no, I'm sorry. They say bad words, good vibes on the side, and you got my face right on the crotch.
Right on the crotch.
So,
that is perfect.
As of yet, there have been 0 purchases. Yo. But they're also way too fucking expensive. They're like $44. Like don't buy those. But yeah, I have some stuff on here that I'm really proud of. Like there's some stuff on here that I'm super happy about. Like the zip up hoodie with like that says It says bad words, good vibes on the back.
And
That's
the
like
logo on the front.
right.
You should so what I did was I
That's a good logo, right?
like,
bad words, good vibes. That's a really good
100%.
thing to put on a shirt.
Yeah, definitely. It was very marketable
Yeah.
as well. So, but what I would do is like, well, what I did is I actually bought and had every item in my store sent to me, and then I had models wear it, and then that's how I did the photography. And now people are, they don't see like a digital. Not to say that digital mock-ups aren't, the way to go, but I feel like, if people see a human wearing your product, they're much more likely to
I think so too.
gravitate towards that. So,
that.
those leggings, even though they're, $44 about,
right.
you can really sell those if you put someone in
I'm
them,
only gonna, the thing about it, I'm only gonna be spending like 30.
Right.
That's how we get in the other back.
That's a profit. Profit margins, they're not always going to be, the greatest, but a profit margin is a profit margin, and that's what you can hang your hat on for sure.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Right now I'm just working. I want to get ads. But I want to get ads for local stuff. Like I want to promote like local stores, local record stores and restaurants and stuff like that. Like it's fucking hard to get them on. Really, it's really hard to get. Like,
I can show you how it works.
Yeah.
Well, not how it works, but I can show you a different way on how to target and
emailing is not working. Emailing their fucking
it works, but there's much more to it than that. So like the whole Facebook thing, like when you sponsor a post or you sponsor an ad, you'll get the whole audience of 2.5 million people. You're like, all right, cool. 2.5 million people are gonna see it, and it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. It's just gonna just basically just be saturated in everything else that they're being marketed to. So you get these smaller groups, or you get these smaller interest groups, and you basically just promote it to people that are more likely to be engaging on your post. So instead of like a broad audience, you look for, let's just say, for example, coffee. Instead of promoting your coffee to millions, you can just promote it to coffee lovers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or, people that just drink at this particular place, or, so you get a smaller audience and you scale on that, and then you get a larger audience.
Totally.
So,
yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Whenever I run the ads, I have like a specific demographic that I go after and stuff like that. But I think I need to refine it. I think it's a little too large. I have a lot of different options.
I see. We can talk about the sweet spots afterwards.
Right, you have to.
But yeah, I can show you how a lot of the shit works.
Yeah, man. It's cool that you have such a vested interest in it. I mean, it's important. You have to be a business person.
Yeah, most definitely. I've taken so many risks. I've failed so many times, and that it's very fulfilling to me to kind of learn the process. Even though it's it's pretty slow right now, but it's I don't see it as being slow. I just see it as the beginning.
Right. Totally.
And what I can build from. And that has really carried me to this point, because there's been a handful of times where I'm like, I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if I should do it. Maybe I should just, just go back to music. I don't know. But I was so invested in this project. And I was like, I know it's going to work, because I see it every day. I see homebodies every day. I see people talking about it every day. And that daily reminder was my inspiration of going through it and getting this thing done.
Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. You gotta have that. Everyone's gonna have that. You gotta do it. You gotta get your shit done.
It's coming.
It's happening. Homebody Friends.
Most definitely.
2019. It's gonna be your year.
It's happening right now too.
It's happening right now.
But yeah, 2019. I feel really good about 2019. I have a few seasonal drops next year. So that'll be really cool to see how this particular market and brand kind of reacts to it. You know what I mean? Because right now it's a lot of comfy clothes.
Right. So
when I put out something like a baseball tee or sweatpants or shorts, I can see how the homebodies react to that and see what's selling and so it's that's a very I kind of look forward to those kind of scenarios, because it's all right, is this really going to sell, or what can I do to make it sell?
Yeah.
So it's always that, I don't want to say battle, but it's always that challenge of trying to figure out, what works. And then when you find your winner, it's okay, how can we build on this? We have, really good momentum. And, it's that constant game of just always progressing for me.
You got to do pop sockets.
I do have pop sockets.
Oh, you do? Pop sockets? Oh, yeah, you look at you. You do have pop sockets. Fuck yeah.
I have white ones and black ones.
That's an amazing look.
Thank you. It's a very minimalistic look on the pop socket. So as we all know, it's round, and it has the Homebody Friends logo, and underneath it is the font just a Homebody Friends, something real simple, real, minimalistic, really.
I'm jealous of people like you who have brands, because someone in a band, for instance, can't wear their own band shirt. They're a douchebag. And
really?
Yeah. Oh, totally. It's like this. It's not even an unspoken rule. It's like a written in stone rule that if you wear your own band T-shirt, you're a tool. It's just this weird thing. It's this weird dumb thing. It's a dumb thing, but it's the truth. It's just one of these weird stupid things. But when you have a brand, it's not only as acceptable, but it's like that's what you should be doing. Like when you just have a clothing line or whatever. Right. But
I mean, getting Stoked is as much as of a brand as Homebody Friends.
I know, but I can't wear my own fucking shit around.
If I can do it, you 100% can do it.
I guess I just come from the music world where that's so like, oh my god.
Yo, I do too.
He's wearing his own shirt.
I do. I wear my own. I'm a billboard for Homebody Friends. Proudly a billboard for my own brand.
Good, man.
I built this. This is mine, so I'm gonna be the one to push it out there. Like,
totally.
I'm supposed to wear a collared shirt at work every day, but I wear my own shit because I made it.
You
know what I mean? So it's like
did you make some collared shirts just for you to wear at work?
I can, but I'm not going to because it's like
no homebodies.
No homebodies want to fucking wear that shit. Like no. But yeah, like it's like it's your brand. That's your baby. You got to take care of it. And you got to put it out there. You got to allow your baby to grow. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've been doing, just like every day, just like wearing something. Like I said, I bought every item in my store in a couple of different colors too, so it's not like I'm wearing the same gray hoodie or the same red hoodie. But with that being said, people ask questions, and people look at the brand, and they get curious about it. Say, hey, where did you get that shirt?
Right.
I've never seen it in a store.
Right.
I've never seen a shirt with a word search on it, or I've never seen something with Homebody on it. Really, think about it. When's the last time you seen something with the word Homebody on it?
Never.
So
perfect.
It's you have to wear it first and get the boots on the ground locally.
Right.
So it starts there. But I have no prior experience to this shit.
Right.
I'm just all figuring it out as I go. So
yeah, man, that's awesome. I should do that. I should buy a few of the things from my store just to be able to have to sell to people or
definitely.
Whatever. Yeah, it's good. I need to get in. Right now, my focus is just in making the equipment better. By the beginning of the year, I should have new mics, new gear, new interface, just fixing everything up. I'm doing a thing now where I'm trying to get a radio board almost, so that because I have songs in the middle of this. I have one song in the middle of each show, and then one at the beginning, one at the end. So I want to be able to I want to be able to sit down with the guest and fucking start the song, go into it, and then all right, so right now we're going to do a song, do the song, and then go. Yeah. I want to do it all in one go instead of sitting around all night and fucking editing and because I don't edit the conversation, but I have to put everything in it and move everything around. I just want to be able to sit down, do it all in one shot, put it out as MP3 and get it done.
So a way of doing it that way.
That's what I'm going to do. It just takes a lot of money, and I'm getting better mics. I'm going to get some good Shure mics in here and do it up. So we'll see. Once I build that, then I'll be able to start spending more time on building the brand and all that kind of stuff. And I need to do video too. That's the other thing I've been slacking on. I need to get
videos.
I'm going to mount some cameras in here and do it video.
People, I enjoy to watch interviews as well, on YouTube, but I won't watch an interview that's just a still background.
Totally,
it's just an hour long of an audio clip. Unless I know that person, or if if that person really, if I resonate with someone with that. But it's I don't know, the visual aspect and the the conversation of it. I don't know. I'm just kind of just drawn to it, regardless of who it is.
And it's easier to promote. I can put a quick minute of it on Instagram. You know what I mean? Just little clips of it. You can't put fucking audio clips with a still background on Instagram. No one cares.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to do
that. That's a huge thing. But I want to make sure the audio is good first, or done. I'm gonna finish that. That's the one piece because I can't be half in and half out of two different fucking projects at once.
You can't half-ass anything.
Right. So I'm just gonna get that down, pro it, done, lock it down, good, and then we can start fucking with the video. Because the video, I'm gonna need someone in here. I'm gonna have to get this couch out of here, put someone in the fucking corner be able to run everything from there. Because I'm not gonna. because I don't want to do it all here. Because I want to have like while I'm talking, they're gonna cut to me, and when you're talking, they'll cut to you back and forth, and I'm not gonna fucking do that. So I'm gonna have to get some dude in here, some intern or something, and lock my girlfriend into the corner and make her do it, throw things at her. But
yo, like you have merch as well. Like
yeah,
I have
I do
this
have
shirt
merch
for me, so you could actually use that as like an engine to fund your projects.
That was the plan, but that was the plan. It's just hard when you're not playing shows. Like I'm not in a band. I can't just go out and sell merch. So that's another thing that I'm looking at next year is doing some events. I want to throw like some Getting Stoked like shows,
right,
and have the merch there and like host it and come up on the stage in between and do things like that.
Definitely. I even have this intrusive thought of you doing like a live interview with,
I've done
with
one.
artists. So.
I've done one, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I want to do live podcasts way more. I want to do it way more. They're so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's just finding the right guest. I want to do like a panel. I want to do like 3 guests who are all super, super, super high in the local scene,
right?
And have just like a ridiculous like a panel with 3, like 2 or 3 of them. That's my plan right now. It's just really hard to get that schedule. But
that would be so. It would be like just like 3 different artists that you would be interviewing,
or even just like important people in the music scene. Like it's Psycho Steve and like Robbie from Playboy Man Baby or something like that. Just get like a few like heavy hitters.
Word.
And do it live.
So because then like you get more feedback from your guests, and then like they kind of like can feed off of each other as well.
I like performing.
Yeah,
I love performing. I need to be in front of people. I really enjoy performing.
I've been like getting into that mindset as of lately.
Yeah.
And it's been a challenge because it's something that I'm not comfortable with. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Now we're about to do it a whole lot. So,
yeah.
Actually, like coming here, like I was actually pretty nervous, and I was like, you know what, we have to grow.
Yeah.
This is what we have to do.
Yeah, you gotta do it, man.
And I'm so glad that I am, because it's like, I could easily just be at home, just comfortable.
Right.
But it's like, I'm comfortable here too.
Thanks,
and now that I think about it, it's like this wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like what the hell was I so nervous about?
Right.
So, I've been taking that mindset with like live performances, like you said, and like, and just being a better live performer, because at the end of the day, I feel like that's what it's all about.
Right.
Nobody just casually, floats to the top or, gets a whole lot of places in that industry just by not performing. Like you have to do your part. And
I have so much faith in the Homebody Friends brand. It's crazy.
Yo,
like
thank you.
It's so
Thank you.
You even got, it's perfect. Like I'm just like looking at your shirt right now, like
Yeah.
Homebody. Like people like the one word like brand thing. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, it's perfect to see like Homebody Friends is this like perfect. It's just like you have everything that it takes.
Yo, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that, because I don't get a lot of feedback as to like how I'm doing.
Right.
But I get a lot of supportive feedback.
Yeah.
And that really, really keeps me going, because it's like I don't know if I'm doing the right or wrong thing, but I'm doing something.
You have like it's just one of those things where you have the so what's the best way to put it? Like you have the match. Like the fire is there. Like
Right.
you absolutely have the dry match that's ready to go. This is a perfect thing that's got all the potential. You just have to find the right place to fucking strike it on,
right?
Or the right gas to catch fire. Like
exactly.
But it's there. You have the light.
Yeah, most definitely. It's all in the marketing and the in the Facebook ads and the
Mm-hmm.
Instagram thing. And so it's really just figuring out where your audience is, and it's the audience of a homebody is very broad, because when you think of like when I think of the word homebody, I think of like 3 or 4 different types of homebodies. You have the stay-at-home moms, you have the people who work from home, you have the people that work out, you have the yoga people, you have so many aspects of being a homebody, so I can't really just narrow it down.
Not even that. You have people who fucking travel for a living, and they're still a homebody because they just want to be home.
And that's going to be like one of those shot in the dark audiences.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're on a plane, but you like the brand. All right, cool. Come join us. And then it's like, I also leave the door open for people to join the community of Homebody Friends online in our Facebook group, because that's how it started. So we're approaching 1,000, and it's only been around for about a year.
And you're approaching 1,000, and you're approaching 1,000 through organic reach,
right?
Which is insane.
It's all self-sustaining, so I don't really go out of my way to like add people. So I disapprove. So how it works is when you join the group, you have to answer the question: Are you a homebody? Just yes or no. Like That's it.
Right.
And, you know, when I see someone that responds to it, yes or no, then I either approve them or decline them.
Right.
And so far, I've only had to like decline. I've approved way more people than I've declined, and it's been amazing, which means that people are actually, you know, the people that are self-sustaining in the group are adding the right kind of people, and they're staying in the group as well and talking about it. So.
Dude, it's sick, dude. Well, fucking, I'm gonna go home right now.
I'm with that idea.
So, dude, thank you so much for hanging out with us again.
Yo, Matthew, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate getting stoked.
Of course,
man.
And
you know, yeah, thanks again.
Hey, can I throw one of your songs in the beginning of this?
Yeah,
to open it? Which song?
You can open it with Homebody Friends.
Homebody Friends
from the Homebody Friends EP.
Cool. So cool. Yes. So that's the track that you guys heard when we came in today. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for coming over again.
Yes.
And, get stoked.